Hey everybody, and welcome back to the second half of round 2 at the 6th annual Discers for Critters here in Cheyenne, Wyoming at Romero Park. Brought to you by the animal shelter here in town, and it's helped raise them a lot of money to help a lot of pets and animals over the years.
Helped rescue a lot of animals over the years with that. Got Arlin Bird sitting at 14 down and Dakota Turner sitting at 8 down. We've had a lot of movement in this last one.
Yes, indeed.
Trevor Johnson sitting at 7 down.
Had a little bit of a rough round, but he's pulled it back together toward the end there, and hopefully he can kind of push forward.
And Lucas really trying to make a move.
He's sitting
at 9 down.
Front 9.
Yeah, he has. He's really shown a lot of improvement over the first round. Hole 16 we're starting on here is it's a fairly long par 3. You got either a sidearm or a hyzer shot. Looks like Trevor's deciding to go with the hyzer this time.
Yeah. But
it's a pretty far sidearm to get there.
And if you got far enough left there, he'll have a nice open shot.
Yeah. Arlin going a little wider this time.
A little too wide.
Yeah, that won't be too bad though. He should have a pretty easy approach from there. As long as he got far enough to be kind of looking around those branches. That one's a little high. Oh, it caught the tree.
Right behind the bush
You're
up there.
Going to be in a similar position to where Arlin was for his par last time.
Yep. And that looks really similar to last round.
Yeah.
That looks identical to last
round.
round.
That was really nice. Yeah, so Arlin does have that branch in his way a little bit, but not too bad. Just kind of pitch it over it.
Nice shot.
It looks like Trevor decided to kind of stay left a little bit there. Just get out there and give himself a look. Oh, and you made that nice birdie through all that stuff.
It was hit the gap in the branches, and you'll probably make the putt.
Gotta love it when it lines it up for you like that.
And Lucas made the correction from last round and takes that real, just beautiful birdie there.
Alright, looks like Trevor made the par there.
That was a great scramble.
Arlin the same. So moving on from hole 16, looks like Dakota and Lucas both got the birdies. Lucas just plugging right along. He's trying to chase Arlin down.
I mean, he's doing just as well. He's just got to do better if he wants to close that gap in the last round.
So hole 17, this is the island hole. Just kind of want to get it around that bush and let it dump. Fairly easy hyzer shot. There is a sidearm, but it's a little trickier. Ooh, and that's an early release.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically landed at the drop zone.
Oh. Lucas takes it a little wider. Ooh, and that's short of the bush. It's questionable on whether he'll have a look there.
Looking pretty good. And the skip
and
over the wall.
Skip over the wall. That should be in really good shape. See, oh, and Arlin left it short of the bush
He's looking
again.
at a very similar shot to last round.
Yeah. So this drop zone's very forgiving. You definitely have a chance at saving your par. That one was a little short, but it's kind of a forgiving drop zone. Lucas, he is able to put his foot up on the wall. He still kind of lifted it up, it looks like, just to be safe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the wall itself is actually in bounds.
Yeah, if you're leaning up against it on the outside of the island, you're safe.
Yeah, so that was a really nice shot by Trevor.
And Arlin, he got the 3 both rounds getting stuck behind that bush. So
yeah,
it's a great way to make sure that you stick the island, because it just kind of eats you and puts you down. But it's really hard to get that birdie afterward.
Yeah. So Trevor and Lucas, yeah, he's only 3 back Arlin now. Just plugging along. Hole 18. Only real danger is that creek on the right. You want to stay on the left side of the creek. But if you're to the right of the basket, when you get up by the basket, it can be really tough to have a shot, even if you are in bounds.
Yeah.
Lucas giving that hyzer line a try. Oh, and he caught a tree on the other side of the creek. Trevor going with that sidearm. Played it a little more aggressive this time. Kind of went more at the basket.
Yeah, I think he's going to like that.
Ooh, and Arlin playing the turnover shot. Oh, that should work out. Oh, well. Looks like it caught the trees up by the basket. Yeah. It appears to have stayed safe. Looks like, again, you just didn't quite get the flip you were looking for on that.
Rain really started coming down right around here, too.
Yeah, it is picking up a bit. We were expecting a lot more of it that day, so... Oh, and the roll away for Trevor again. But yeah, so we got kind of fortunate with how little rain we actually got that day.
Almost, I played this pretty much the exact same both rounds.
Yeah.
Lucas would be unfortunate OB.
If Trevor can clean this up after that roll away he got.
Yeah, that was a great putt.
Yeah, that dead center, just over the rim.
And Arlin and I will just tap in our pars.
This is a pretty difficult green to actually get a good look at a birdie on, so par isn't really that bad of a score on this one. So you and Trevor are both tied at 8 down. Lucas sitting at 10 and Arlin at 14. So Arlin's still got a pretty good lead, but nobody's totally out of it yet. There's a lot of birdies still to be had and a lot of bogeys, unfortunately, if you're not careful. So back to hole 1. It is a pretty short hole, but it's so hard to trust yourself to get there.
Oh, we missed the drives?
Yeah, look, we had a glitch on the camera, so missed the drives on that one. It might be safe.
I don't see an OB graphic, we say in real life.
Right. Trevor looked a little bit afraid there on whether he might be as well.
He almost got into that pit. Oh, that was a great birdie.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty good place to end up right there left of the basket. A nice save by Lucas there.
And the two of us, me and Trevor, will go tap in some relatively easy pars. first round, that actually may not have been safe. The
Right.
water level did drop in between rounds.
Yeah, it did. If we had realized it, maybe we would have actually been able to use the normal tee box on 8, but since we didn't get that inspected
Keep
in
it
between
consistent
rounds,
between the two
and
rounds
yeah,
anyway, you might as well.
but there was less water during the second round there, so there were some possibilities there that weren't there before. So hole 2 here, it really brings that parking lot into play if you're not careful. So I'm glad they kind of blocked some of the parking spots right near there.
And he was real happy with that shot.
Yeah. Trevor taking that wide sidearm.
Wide.
Yeah. Dakota going with that origin again. Getting a flip and a turn.
Didn't quite get that flip I wanted.
Yeah, not quite as much as you needed there. And Lucas with that high sidearm that goes so wide you'd think he messed up, and then it's actually a really good shot.
The first couple times he did it, I was like, whoa!
Yeah. Wow, that had a lot of ground play on that. Lucas shorter than I expected him to be.
I think he might have tagged some branches.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. There's a lot of guardian trees out there. We don't have a lot of trees, but they're well placed.
Like that one.
Like that one.
Nah, I just missed my line. There was a small gap in the branches and I missed it.
Arlin trying. Looks like he might have been a little shorter than he thought he was, but no
Doesn't matter.
harm. Doesn't matter. Oh, and just a little bit too far right on that one.
That was a good putt.
Yeah, that was...
Just kind of tucked up against that tree right there.
Yeah, and when you're at that tree, it's a little further than it seems there. There's a nice cleanup by Trevor as well.
And I will clean up my bogey.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate bogey there.
A lot of movement on the card now.
Yeah, a lot of change in there. Trevor will take solo third place. And that bogey will drop you back down to even for the round, unfortunately.
Yep.
So,
Still a few holes left.
yeah, and these ones are these ones are good birdie holes here. Hole 2A here. It's an intimidating shot, but it is actually a pretty easy shot. You just have to trust that disc to hyzer back in at the end. Oh, and again, he's a little too far left. Let's hope he's not as blocked as he was last time. Lucas went with a little bit more direct route, but a little flatter too.
He missed that tree, so he's a lot closer than he was on the first round.
Looks like you're going with that Pt2 again. Oh, and you caught a tree. That one was in the safe area though, so. Oh, and it let you a little past it, so you're not blocked by it. That's nice. Looks like we might have missed Arlin's drive on that one. Lucas here lining up his birdie. Oh. Just a little bit too high. And Trevor was again just blocked.
It's the exact same shot.
Oh, and Arlin ended up in good shape.
And Arlin is on fire right now. That's a turkey going through that 1, 2, 1, 2, and 2A.
Nice. Straightening the chains up for him.
I yanked it out a little rough, so I wanted to make sure they weren't rattling while he was putting.
I got you. That's considerate of you. So Arlin with the only birdie on the card to widen that gap up again. He's trying to make sure nobody can catch him. Lucas
Only a few holes left now. All he has to do really is kind of maintain.
Right. And this one, you definitely are wanting the birdie on this one.
Oh, yeah. But it is tougher than you'd think, though. It's kind of tucked behind this big, bushy pine tree.
Well, and there's enough large trees out there to kind of make it a difficult line. You can't just throw a big Annie or a big hyzer.
That was a thumber ace run.
Yeah.
Right there.
Looks like he might have clipped that pine tree in the middle and got knocked down a little early.
Both of them made some pretty good corrections from their first round.
Yeah, Lucas really corrected on that one. Got it up higher, take that tree in the middle out of play completely. And this looks like a good line. So yeah, Trevor's got a much better look here. Oh, good try. Nice birdie. This little bit elevated basket.
A little deep there with an elevated basket with a low ceiling. That's going to be a tough putt.
Oh, and he did just miss it a little low. It's not too surprising with what he was facing.
And he keeps the birdie train a rolling.
Little thumbs up there. He knows what he's doing. He's happy. So we had a par from Trevor and Lucas, and Dakota and Arlin getting the birdies.
Catching back up to Trevor.
Yep.
And no one's catching up to Arlin.
Yeah, pretty much no one's catching up to Arlin at this point. Hole 2C. This is a pretty fun little hole. It's, you know, you got any shot you really want to throw at it is doable. It's always kind of fun to have a hole like that where you can just whatever.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an early release.
Yeah, he's going to be on the left side of the
Ooh.
path.
I was going to say, if he's not on the path,
Yeah.
close.
Luckily, both sides are safe. And I kind of lost that one at the end a little bit.
I think I'm pretty
But
close
yeah,
to
I
it.
think you're in that long grass by the rocks, kind of.
Trevor's looking at a pretty similar shot to what he had last round as well.
Well, and I feel like he might be playing it that way, just to kind of take... There's a lot of sidewalk up by the basket. It's easy to find some of it.
A lot of trees to hit on that right-hand side, as you
Yeah.
just saw. It was a good bid.
Yeah, just floated it a little too high. Oh, and that tree blocked us, but it was still moving a little bit. I hope that didn't go cooking too far past.
That was a great
That was
putt.
a nice putt. Nice little stepper there. Alright, so Arlin will be throwing his par putt first now.
Oh. Just
Too
a little
much
left.
hyzer angle on that one, otherwise it might have. That was a little left too. I think the nerves might have got him a little bit on that one, but I think he's got room to work with, so no harm. Trevor gets his par there. That was a nice birdie from you. It looks like it was pretty close. And a bogey from Arlin. Like I said, it looks like he's got enough he can afford to
We
take
have,
one of those.
3 holes left.
Yeah.
And there's a 6-stroke difference.
Yeah.
The 3 of us are really kind of just duking it out right now, trying to scrap out for that second place.
Yeah. Fighting for the position at this point. So 2D, this is the one with those bushes that you don't want to be short of. Looks like you're trying the hyzer line that Lucas threw last time. I couldn't be sure if that was short of him or not.
I know I'm safe. That's all I really...
That's fair. Lucas lining up. I don't blame him. Line up that same hyzer that worked so well last time. Ooh, that was a little early, though.
I was a little upset about that one.
Oh, and it's just out onto the sidewalk. Darn it. Arlin liking that line as well, though. Just take it high and spike it in.
That's looking good. That's looking great.
Disappears behind the bushes just like you want it to.
And sticking to the game plan.
And he got around it this
much
time.
Better result.
That's really nice. Alright, so Lucas lining up this par putt after his OB. It's kind of a longer putt. Oh, just a little left side. Looks like you're a little more open than you were last time.
A little bit.
Oh,
doesn't
just
matter.
Low. Trevor got in much better shape.
That was a great skip.
Yeah. And a great birdie. This is a pretty difficult birdie to get, actually.
It's tucked up pretty tight against those bushes.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it from with the camera angle like this. When you're trying to drive at it, you got to make it stall and drop behind those bushes.
And look at
Just
where that
tap.
drive landed. He's
Amazing.
like, yeah, I was Bob on that hole. I didn't like it. Trevor, the only one keeping him from taking the box entirely. And that's keeping you and Trevor tied. Going into hole 3. I think it might play a little more than the 205 that it's calling for.
Because it forces more dramatic angles, which makes you kind of have to throw a little harder and farther.
Yeah.
And then he throws straight at it. But that was not...
That's a little short. Not too bad, though.
Chopped it.
Yeah. Yeah, nerves might be kicking up. He might be a little excited about his round. Those nerves are getting him a little bit on a couple of these holes. Not the last one.
Right? A lot of different ways to play this hole.
Yeah.
That was great. Good ground play.
Alright, let's see what he can do with this approach. That branch is so hard. That might give you a look. Depends on where the branches are in your way.
Great
Oh,
shot.
nice. Trevor had a lot in his way and found a way through, though, so...
Yeah.
We'll hope Arlin can as well. Oh, and Lucas was a little long. No, don't matter.
Nice shot.
Yeah, you can see how those bushy branches right there can really get in your way. I mean, you have what, maybe a 15-foot putt here? Gotta go turbo. Nicely done.
And that basket is really, like, you actually have to go deep in order to actually have an open shot.
Yeah.
Well, not really a birdie, but that's
No.
okay. Still a good shot. Still a good upshot from where he had landed on his drive.
So, yep, that definitely makes him pretty safe going into this final hole here.
And this final hole is tough. The birdies are rare, the bogeys are aplenty.
Yes, they are.
We did have a few spotters out there, and I want to thank all the spotters who are out there volunteering and helping us out with these roughs like this. You guys made it a lot easier, and I just want to thank you guys.
So he played that one a little tighter than he did last time. Not much, but that's pretty much all you're really looking for on this one. Especially with the weeds being out of control. You don't want to get too crazy. You might end up lost and having to re-tee.
I'm pretty sure I'm in the bushes.
It's not a horrible place to be. There's usually some way to kind of lean out and have a pitch up at least. This isn't one that you really see many plays for the 2. It's just plays for trying to make the 3 easier to get.
Yeah. And Arlin kind of pulled that one over a little bit.
Yeah, he flipped that one up a little. Might have gone even deeper than he did last time.
I think he did.
Oh, he got around those trees.
Deep.
That's trouble.
That was great, though.
Yeah, it looks like he did amazing work getting out of that. Trevor with a similar pitch up and over. He's a little closer to it, though. Made it a little easier to do. Oh, and Lucas. At least he's not behind the other tree.
Yeah, he was over. He was here for 2 last time.
Yeah.
Or after 2 last time.
That was his 3rd throw on the first round. It's like you're having to do a little flick through the little tunnel there, but you have a look. Oh. That's okay. It looks like it's stuck there.
Yep. I should have let him celebrate. Feel bad about it. You did good, man.
Par for Arlin, par for Dakota. Looks like Trevor should have no trouble tapping in his par if he can find a way to get behind his mark.
Those
this
bushes.
is a pretty tight green, and it's gotten worse over the years.
Every year. It's a little taller, a little thicker.
Yeah. Lucas will tap out his par here.
And that's a par frame to end it.
That'll finish us up.
Arlin, we got back to the beginning of the course. We got to hole 1, and he just took off.
Yes, he did.
And it was awesome to watch.
Yeah, he's got a unique style in his putt and in his throw. It was really fun to see. It was fun to watch.
And then coming in with several strokes behind all of us, Lucas freaking almost tied Arlin at one point in time.
Yeah, he kind of fell off there towards the end, but he was
round.
right on his tail there for a little bit.
Yeah, that was a really fun round, really fun event. I want to thank again the Cheyenne Animal Shelter for throwing this every year. Zach Meeker for being there to help out as a TD. And yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, glad you guys all came and enjoyed this with us.
See you guys later.